what you've seen, what you think you've seen in the timeline.
Then you know I have no choice.
There is always a choice, Kailina.
I choose to live, and for you to die.
Right you are, Stillbody. I am the Kindred Blades.
Will, the timeline demands it.
Kailina, you can change your fate. I have done so.
Well, dear friends, today we have the Prince of Persia. Warrior Within has been around for over 20 years, and it's quite wonderful that all the fans of this game decided to make such a solemn celebration for those who still appreciate such games. In the morning, I want to thank such YouTubers and people as Pop Tutorials, and our man who created one wonderful mod for the game, Bariski Man. I and the entire Prince of Persia community are grateful to you for creating content and videos for the Prince of Persia series of games. I'd love to keep this voice for the video, but unfortunately, I don't have the money to support endless AI voice generations. So I'm going to bring back our old native voice that you're all so used to. To start our video, I asked for an interview with the developer of the fashion in honor of the 20th anniversary of Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. And to make it less boring for you to read it all, I'm going to add voiceover to this text, so sit back and listen carefully.
How you create it. I used an existing mod that gives the player HD textures for Warrior Within. This mod was created by another modder, whose name I don't know can be included in the video for preferred privacy reasons, but his name is mentioned in the credits on the mod page. Officially, I didn't hear from him to receive his permission to use the mod, but I contacted another person from VK Kindred Blades community that gave me the mod, and so I asked if they could contact them. In response, I heard it's okay, as long as I credit the author, but without yet the input from the individual. To this day, I don't know if I still am allowed to share the mod from the individual. So if it isn't, the mod will most likely disappear one day. So, grab it whilst you can. Details to the essential mod. This mod was compiled into a prince.bf file. When I replaced my own prince.bf file with the modded one, I gathered HD textures from that mod, where enemies, weapons, characters, and environments are textured in high quality. You can notice that some of the weapons look identical to the artwork of the game, such as the Scorpion Sword or the Water Sword. I use this essential mod for the base of the 20th anniversary mod, next to some of the textures Varga Tama created for his own HD texture mod pack, available to users on Nexus Mods. Why you create it? But before then, before I was given the mod from the VK Kindred Blades community this year, I actually helped out 4 years ago on editing the color of the Scorpion Sword on the edited cover Thedel Hibro, posted for Warrior Within, replacing the Eagle Sword and Lion Sword of the cover of Prince of Persia. Warrior Within with that of the Scorpion Sword and Water Sword on the old unofficial Pop Discord. So then when I booted up the game with the received mod, I looked at the Scorpion Sword and said, hey, these two swords look similar to the ones I seen on Thedel Hibro's edited cover. Next to that, I realized that this year would be the 20th anniversary for Warrior Within. I had to take the chance and make something for the community to hopefully at least enjoy having an even higher quality of textures mod for the game, as to celebrate 20 years of the game.
I am very grateful for the interview with one of the fashion developers. It was quite interesting and at least informative for us. If you ever want to read the full interview, I'll leave it for you on the Discord server. And now, we'll move on to the rest of our video in honor of the game's 20th anniversary. In general, not only game mods and various add-ons help to promote the game, but also various videos, edits, memes, art, concepts, and much more. For example, one of the most famous and most active YouTubers I know from the game Prince of Persia is Pop Tutorials. No, seriously. Where else in 2024 have you seen so much content on Prince of Persia? So that you understand, I saw his video somewhere around 15 years old, and he still shoots good stuff. Well, you go there and throw an activity on his Discord server as if the person is trying, and if you can, visit mine. All I can say about myself is that I'm also trying to somehow revive the Prince of Persia fandom, which is based on an unknown force and the sand of time. If you're from my channel, or the Pop Tutorials channel, or just a casual viewer, you might have noticed my playlist, where I've posted all sorts of ideas, concepts for games, and other stuff. I recently made a new video for the Prince of Persia remastered game if you want to watch it. But in general, I would hardly have gained such an asset if it weren't for Pop Tutorials and its Discord server. where I met interesting people. Of course, I also have my own server with its own atmosphere. My server has various kinds of achievements, after completing which the user gets this achievement in his profile on the server. And the harder the achievement, the more interesting it is to play the game. I have 100 hours in Prince of Persia on Steam. 100 fucking hours. And most of the hours were just spent on passing tests or making videos. In general, I'm glad that I have a kind of viewers who are interested in watching my videos, and thank you very much for that. But let me show you some more interesting material to bring the video closer to the end. So, I would like to show what I think is a rather important thing, namely the iceberg on Prince of Persia. Those who remember this video wrote both good and bad comments, but the reason was my editing, so we'll skip that. In general, this iceberg gave me such popularity in the Prince of Persia fandom because it was filled by everyone who was not too lazy, including people from my Discord server and members of the Kindred Blades server. As for me, this is the best and most popular thing that has ever happened in the Prince of Persia fandom, because before that, there was nothing like it even today. All of these artists' concepts were from the Kindred Blades Discord channel. Now I'm going to show a little bit of material from my Discord channel, but it won't be an art show, but rather 2 minutes of lobotomy on Prince of Persia, so don't get spoiled. I hope you enjoyed this video in a new format and with a new voice. Of course, not as good as pop tutorials, but still very unique. I hope that you will also want to promote more content on the game, so I will be only glad to see you. Have a good day, my dear friends. Have a good day.